my mind all the time. I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy.
Let's go.
Super shy.
Let's go.
I'm super shy.
Okay. I don't know if this microphone is actually working. I'm praying that it is. And if it isn't, then I'm really upset. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rafaela, or welcome to the More Motion YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be speaking about my experience of going to my first ever gig or concert by myself. And I went to go see Thuy, and I absolutely loved it. The initial plan wasn't for me to go by myself. I was supposed to go with a friend, but then that fell through. And I was like half in minds on whether I should actually still go by myself or whether I should just like stay at home, because I am like sick and I'm still sick. But I was like, I kind of thought to myself, I've already paid for the ticket, so I might as well not waste the money. Let me see a bit more comfortable in my chat. So I was like, I might as well still go. I don't know if I'm gonna like enjoy it as much. I have thought about going to concerts by myself, and overall I'm comfortable doing things on my own. So it's not like the idea of me going by myself sorry if I sound really croaky. It's not the idea of me like going by myself that made me worried. It was more so the fact that it wasn't planned for me to go by myself. So then I was just like, oh damn, I kind of started feeling a bit disappointed, but I was like, you know what, I'm still gonna go because I want to enjoy the concert. And there's something about that I really love is when I go to concerts, especially for artists that I've heard like a song or two, like generally like the vibe, but I haven't listened to like their entire catalogue. So that was like the situation with Thuy, that I've heard like a couple of her songs and I really love them, but I didn't listen to the entire set list. So I thought that, okay, I'm gonna go and listen to it and get a better vibe for the art from the artist, because usually they like interact with the audience, and yeah, they interact with the audience basically, and you get a better vibe for who they are as a person. I really like that. So yeah, I ended up making notes on my phone whilst I was like getting ready, and yeah, I'm just gonna go through my notes and how I felt about it at each stage. I don't know how I'm gonna make this into a video, but I'm just gonna try. Okay, so first on my list is I was standing in line and I feel a bit awkward because I'm alone, lol. So that was the first thing that I put on my notes. And that's true, because I was in the line waiting to enter the venue, and I felt a bit not out of place, but in a way out of place, just because people had obviously gone there with their friends and whatnot, and it was on a university campus, so a lot of them were students. So when I was standing there, I just felt a bit awkward. So I was just on my phone and I was just like minding my business, but I was just like, ooh, this is a bit icky being by myself. So that felt a bit awkward, and plus since I was sick as well and it was super windy, I just felt cold. But that was also my fault, because I decided to wear a skirt and like a really thin jacket. Why did I do that? Because I wanted to look cute, but I did suffer the consequences. Yeah, so that was the first impression. I think at that point when I was standing in line, I was feeling a little bit, not sad, but I was a little bit sad, because I was like, oh, I don't know how to feel about this. But I stuck it out. Obviously I was already there, I wasn't gonna turn around and go home, so I stuck it out and I stayed in line. And then obviously eventually they let us in. I think they opened the doors at like 7:30, so we were all inside by like 7:45. Not all of us inside, but they started letting people inside slowly. Yeah, so they started letting us in. Okay, so next, I put the next thing on my list was, it's very windy. It was really windy. And And then the next thing I put was inside I'm feeling the vibe a bit more. And that was, yeah, because once we go inside, none of the acts had come on yet, but they were like playing music. And when I got inside like the space, I spotted like a couple of people who I think were like by themselves as well. So that kind of like made me feel a bit more comfortable, because it was just like, okay, I'm not here, like I'm not like the only person who's by themselves. Which I've been to concerts and I've seen people, like I went to go see ATs back in January, and there was a girl in front of me and my friends, and she was by herself, and she went to that big ass stadium by herself. So I was just like, you know what, she can do it, I can do it too. Yeah. So they were playing some good music, and I was just vibing, and I ended up standing next to a girl who I think was by herself too. And I kind of wish I said hi to her, but then I didn't really have anything to say other than hello. And then it would have been awkward if the conversation kind of just ended there. So that was it. I didn't even interact, but she seemed really nice, and we were just like vibing to the music. And then the first act came on. I don't think I wrote anything at that point, because she was like singing her songs, and so I was just paying attention. And overall, she was okay. Like, I think her songs were alright. I don't think they were really my vibe, though it kind of went in theme with Thuy, but I was just like, I don't know. I think she was still like a beginner performer. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. I think she was still a beginner performer. Like, her vocals, they were cool, but I think they could have been better. I'm saying that, but I can't actually sing myself, so yeah. So I was just like, okay. But it definitely got me feeling a bit better, because she was interacting with the audience, and she was like making people dance, and then we started doing like a side shuffle thing, and she made us like spin around, and I was like, oh god. Thankfully, the space that we were in wasn't completely packed. Well, obviously she would have made us like start dancing, but it wasn't completely packed, so we were like sidestepping and then spinning around, and I was like, oh wow, this is a lot, but I like it. And then from there, my mood started lifting a bit more, and I was just like more immersed in the experience, which I really enjoyed. Next, oh yeah, I put some weirdos try to stand in front of me. So I'm there listening to the music, you know, like everything's good, life's great. And then these two people, they come in like after the first act, and they just come and stand in front of me, and they're just like, I'm just like, are you guys okay? And then I asked, it was a girl who's like more or less my height, and I'm 5'3", 5'4" on a good day. So then this girl, she comes and stands in front of me, and she's with a guy friend or boyfriend, I don't care who it is, she's with a guy, and he's like way taller than her, and they come and stand like right in front of me, and I'm just like, what is happening? So I tapped her on her shoulder, and I was just like, are you guys gonna like move along? And she was like, oh yeah, and then she started dancing. I'm just like, what the fuck? But the way it was is that she was in front of me, so I could still see, because she was like shorter than me, or like kind of my height. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I was expecting them to move eventually, and they didn't. And then the girl who was next to me, the guy was standing in front of her, so she taps them, and she's like, are you guys gonna move along? Because they come in, and they weren't standing there before, mind you. So they come in and stand in front of us, and we're just like, what the fuck is happening? And then the girl was like, no, when the girl next to me asked them, are you guys gonna move? They're like, oh no, we're just gonna stay here. And I'm just like, oh. And then eventually, I think the girl next to me, she was just like, no, you can't, because now I can't see. So then they move along and they go somewhere else. So I just noted that down, and that was really weird. Yeah, some people are just really like inconsiderate and think they can just do whatever the fuck they want, and like, bro, just get a grip. Especially after the first act. It's not like it was like in the middle. It was just like it was so weird. Like, why do you think you can just come and stand in front of people and it's all good and dandy? I was like, bro. Anyways, next. So then after that interaction, the DJ for Thuy's band, he comes on and he's like playing songs, and the vibe is just getting a lot better. Like, the songs that he was playing were really good, and I was like singing along, and I was probably like screaming, like shouting, like I'm not sick, and I'm still sick. My throat hurts, my voice is croaky, but I was screaming, and I was like, yeah, I'm loving this song. They played Seven by Jungkook. What else did they play? I'm probably gonna insert some clips of songs that they played, but I'm scared that I don't know if it will get copyrighted. But they played some good songs for like a cool, maybe like what 20 minutes or something, and I was just like, my energy was starting to feel a lot better. I was like, this is good. This is good. I'm feeling happy. I was really enjoying myself. Like, I was recording, and I was having a heck of a good time. And then eventually Thuy comes on, and I'm just like, yay. I didn't know majority of the songs in her set list. I know, and I still went. But after listening to her songs live, I was just like, I really love your songs. Like, well, I didn't say that to her. I just said it in my head, and I was just like, I was feeling the vibe. So yeah, and then she had some interactions with the crowd. I think one of the first interactions that she had was that she made people do a catwalk, and that was really nice. Then all the people that she brought on stage for the catwalk, she invited them to stay later after the show to like talk with her, and I thought that was really sweet of her. Yeah, so that was really good. And yeah, she played some songs. She done a cover by SZA as well. She done Snooze. I thought that was really good. And overall, I don't know, like I hadn't seen Thuy outside of the 2 songs or 3 songs that I'd heard by her. So I didn't know who she was as a person, but she was like super extroverted, super nice, super sweet. And she kind of reminded me of like Doja Cat, like in terms of like her vibe. And yeah, I really liked her. She just seemed like a really nice person. Very, like, she definitely gave me Gen Z vibes. Like, she seems, and she is, well, I don't know how old she is, but she was definitely like Gen Z artist. Yeah, what else do I have here? Okay, that's when I kind of stopped taking notes because I wasn't really focusing on taking notes at the time. And yeah, so she plays her whole set list, and then she does the famous thing that artists always do, where it's like, instead of I don't know why they all do this. You know, when it gets to the end of their set list, they go off stage, and obviously there's still one song left that they need to play, which is usually their biggest song, and everybody starts trying for them to come back. And then all artists do that. I've been to like multiple concerts, and they always do that. The only time that they didn't do that was when I went to go see 80s, and they just done the whole set list. But before, they just like pretend to go off. Anyways, she done that, and I was just like, okay, cool. And the last song that she played was the one that I knew, which is one of her biggest songs, which is Girls Like Me Don't Cry. And yeah, when she started playing that, like I just like burst into tears. Well, I didn't burst into tears. I just like felt really emotional, because the whole premise of the song is like, people, well, not saying people don't expect you to cry, but in a way, yes, it is that, where it's like, you don't allow yourself to cry, you don't allow yourself to be emotional. People are always telling you to like keep your head up high, but it's like, you know, it's hard sometimes. And I don't know, when I first listened to the song, I was like, this is a really jolly beat. And I was even talking about it to my friend, and he was like, oh, the contrast in the lyrics in comparison to like the upbeat song. And I was just like, yeah, you're right. Like, before, when I listened to the song, I was just like, oh, this is really like upbeat, I'm dancing to this, and I still dance with it, but I wasn't really paying attention to the lyrics. Then when she sang it in that moment, like in that atmosphere and everything, I kind of just like my eyes like crying, and I was just like, this is so true, because I related to the lyrics on a deeper level that I hadn't before, and I just like cried, and I was just like singing my heart out, and I loved every second of it. The only like difficult thing was that when, not difficult, but like more, what's the word? Like I couldn't actually see her when she was singing, like when she like went to the part of the stage where she was gonna like lower down, and because I was further back, I couldn't actually record anything, so I only record a couple snippets of it. But yeah, I couldn't see her when she was singing the song, so that was a bit annoying, but it's fine. And yeah, that was like the highlight of the show, and by this point I'm like loving life, and I just had a jolly good time. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, I'm so glad that I came, because I would have been disappointed if I hadn't had that experience. I wouldn't have had that feeling, that deeper meaning to the song, and connecting with the artist, and just, just having that moment where I can just scream, and not scream, but like sing my heart out, like let those emotions flow. And I'm just really grateful for that. And overall, I think I probably wouldn't mind going to more concerts on my own, just as long as I can plan for it. I think it's a lot better when I'm mentally preparing myself to be alone, in comparison to being in a situation where I just had to be alone. So yeah, but overall, I'm glad that I went, and I absolutely loved it, and I will definitely be doing that in the future. And I also got a tour t-shirt, which I'm going to show you guys right now. Okay, so this is a t-shirt, so cute. And then at the back we have like the tour dates, and then the Wings tour. Absolutely loved it, and I got it for £30. I mean, sorry, 35. And I just thought it's so cute. The material is really nice as well, so it feels really well made. And then they only had size large left, and then here it just says made with love, and I just thought that's so cute. That's so cute. That's so sweet. Okay, so yeah, that's it, and that's all I had to talk about. I don't really know what this video is. Like, I was trying to I don't really know what this video is. I just wanted to speak about my experience, and that's it. And I hope you guys enjoyed, or if you like got to this point, if you like Thuy, or if you've ever been to a concert alone, let me know your experience. And yeah, also I got my nails done, so I'm double excited, double happy, triple happy. And yeah, and it's a really nice sunny day too. Thank you for watching my video if you got to this point. If you didn't, then you would never hear this message. Yeah, thank you for coming. Bye bye.